Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've sat down and done like a glam look. I mean, I glam in my like haunted videos, but I feel like I haven't sat down and done like a makeup tutorial in a long time. I know I uploaded that purple one, but for some reason it still feels like I haven't been on this side of my channel in a long time. I don't know why. But also, I am still addicted to these freaking coffees. I actually just posted a Instagram story on how to make these. So if you're wanting to learn, go to my Instagram. My link is in my description box down below, and the story is all there. You won't regret it. It's delicious. So normally when I come on here and I do like a makeup tutorial, I usually already have one eye done, and then I start with like my full face done. But for some reason, I just really didn't feel like doing that today. I don't know why. I just wasn't into it. So what we're gonna do is today's video is a first impressions, but just a little disclaimer, I've been playing with this palette for the last couple of days now, just to get like a really good feel for it. I know it's supposed to be like a first impressions video, but I wanted to give like my full major thoughts on it and tell you if it's actually worth buying. Instead of just using it like one time on my channel and being like, yes, this palette's amazing, and then the more I use it, the more I realize that I don't really like it. I don't want to do that to you guys. So I've been playing with this palette for a couple of days now. This is the Beauty Bay 42 Bright Mattes palette, and I'm not going to say anything about it quite yet. You're gonna have to wait until my final thoughts, but I'm not mad at it, and that's all I'm gonna say for right now. So let's just talk about this for a second. So when you open it up, you get this big giant mirror. I don't want to show you guys because I don't want to blind you. And then you get all of these beautiful colors. Look at how gorgeous this palette is. And let me tell you something. This palette, $20. That's it. It's only $20 and you get 42 matte, colorful shades. All shades of the rainbow are in this freaking palette. And let me tell you, this row right here, oh, it's speaking to me so freaking hard. I love this row so much. The first time I got it, I was instantly drawn to this. But we're actually not going to play with blues today because I feel like I've been doing that a lot. We're not going to play with purples, I don't think. I don't know what we're doing really. We're just kind of going with it. So I'm not going to swatch all of the shades because that's a lot of shades to swatch. Plus, swatches aren't everything. It's always about how it applies to the eye instead. So we are just going to go ahead and jump right on into this. I'm sitting on a different chair today and I feel so freaking tall. Oh, awkward. So my eyes are already primed. I've already done that off camera, and I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what I want to do today. I do know I wanted to adjust the lights because it was looking a little bit dark. I don't know. I think I might just do like a whole shade range. Like I think I'm gonna try and dip into as many colors as I possibly can and just kind of build up that and go from there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That sounds like a solid plan. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into the shade Hello Sunshine. And Hello Sunshine is this beautiful yellow right here. And I'm just going to dip into her. And I think we're going to put her, I think I'm going to do like a cut crease today. I mean, do I never do cut creases? We're just going to put her right in here. We're just mapping out what we're wanting to do right now. We're not worried about details, just mapping everything out. And then I'm gonna dip into Heat Wave, and Heat Wave is this orange shade right here. We're kind of just doing like a rainbow look today, I guess. And we're just going to blend her in with that yellow and bring her on out a little bit. Okay, and then I think I'm going to dip into the shade Poppin' Poppy, and it is this shade right here. Blend her in with the orange, just doing the same thing, and we're going to pull her pretty far out. I will say the couple days that I've been using this palette, the pigment is very impressive. I was so impressed with this palette. I know that Beauty Bay has some good pigments and everything, but with how cheap this was, I really wasn't expecting it to be like that freaking good. But you guys, it's so pigmented, so pigmented. And the colors blend so easy. And there is a shade for every color in here to be blended out. I mean, every shade can be blended out to a lighter shade. It's amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna blend out these shades. We're gonna really smoke it out. So for the yellow one, I'm gonna take this shade here and we're just gonna start blending out that yellow. I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of the white shade just to make it a teensy tiny bit lighter. I think I had green on this brush and like green is pulling off of this. That's unfortunate. I wiped it off. Okay, we're just gonna leave that color alone for right now, okay? So for the orange shade, I'm gonna take Tangerine Dream right here and start to blend out that orange. Do you see how effortless it is to blend these shades out? It's amazing. I'm gonna take that pretty high up. I like my colors to be really smoked out. You don't have to bring yours this high up at all. It's just what I like to do. And to blend out this red shade, I'm gonna take the shade Cosmopolitan. It's this pink shade right here. And I'm just gonna start blending that red shade right on out. So remember, this is just like our baseline. We're gonna go back in and detail everything out, retouch things up. But before I do that, I'm actually gonna take a mix of the yellow shade that we laid down and Tangerine Dream, just a tiny mix of that. And I'm gonna blend that in between this yellow and this orange, just so the cross of those colors isn't so harsh. Just kind of getting a mix of those two, blending them in. That looks a lot better. And I'm actually gonna do the same right in here. So I'm gonna take Tangerine Dream, a little bit of Cosmo, and mix those two. So remember, this palette is a matte palette. There are no highlight shades in this. So if you wanna highlight your brow bone, you do have to use another shade, or you could just use your face highlight. That's even easier. But I'm just gonna take a little bit of this Too Faced highlight. This is the shade Blinded by the Light. It's a very like champagne-y type of color. It's a very subtle highlight and I'm just gonna pop that right in the brow bone. And just so the blend looks a little bit better near the brow bone, I'm just gonna take the shade Custard Cream. It's this shade right here. It's just a very neutral, like skin tone type of color. And I'm just gonna blend that over those colors. This is just going to pretty much marry them together, make them look a little bit more blended, a little bit more seamless, not so crazy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut the crease and I'm gonna cut it all the way up through here. And for that, I'm gonna use my Morphe concealer in the white shade. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and just go over it just to give a more softer surface, a more even layout so the colors won't stick to like a certain patch more than the other. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna smooth it out, especially on these edges. Okay, so for the lid, we're gonna kind of go like the darker route. So I'm actually gonna start off with the shade Daydream, and it's this beautiful like turquoise blue right here. It's gorgeous. So we're just gonna take that and we're actually going to fill in the inner third of her eye. Make sure you get right up into that line. It doesn't have to be that perfect up against the line because I'm gonna throw a line of glitter right there. That's just who I am. It's what I have to do. Then when you get to the end, you're gonna kind of just wanna like start blending it out just so the next shade goes on really well blended with it. And then we're gonna jump into the greens, and I'm gonna take the shade Granny Smith. It's this green shade right here. And I'm just using the same brush. I'm literally just wiping it off on my pants. And we're just gonna start blending that in with that blue. I don't know if this look is gonna come out like really pretty or not. I just want to show you guys the diversity of these shades because they're so good. They're unbelievably pigmented. And then with that same brush, all I'm gonna do is take some more of Daydream, which was the blue one that we used, and just start to marry these two shades together. I'm just gonna go back and forth with this green and this blue, just to get a really nice blend. And then we're gonna take the shade Bleu, which is the shade right here. It's like a periwinkle color. It's so freaking pretty. All these colors are pretty, to be honest. And we're just going to do the same thing that we have been doing. And we're actually going to connect this to the top. Right there. This is our last shade. And then just fill that guy right on in. And then again, we're just gonna go back in with that green shade and blend it in with that purple shade. I'm sorry if I keep slouching. I'm in like a taller chair today and it's making me like super tall. If I sit up straight, this is how tall I am. So I'm like hunched over. Okay, so this is pretty much the layout for it. It's not perfect. I'm seeing things on camera that's really driving me insane. So I'm actually gonna go off camera and perfect it, and then I'm gonna do this eye while I'm off camera. But before I do that, I'm actually gonna add my line of glitter first. This is Urban Decay's Pyro. It's just a white glitter with lots of different reflex in it, like purple, green, blue. So I'm basically just going to draw a line right on this cut crease. And these always work best in 2 coats. I always say this, so let the first coat dry and then go in with the second coat. All right, I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna do my other eye off camera and then we will come right back. All right, I am back. I have my lashes on. I don't know if these lashes are it for this look, but they're already on there. I'm not gonna change them out. I use the Makeup of Murder #3 lashes. They're really dramatic and super fluffy. Like, they're pretty lashes. I don't mind them. They're one of those lashes that you wear to hide your mistakes, you know? So let's just carry on with the face, I guess. So I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. I've been loving this primer lately. They're really good anyways. I've always loved this primer, but for some reason lately, it's just been hitting different. Like, I don't know, it's just so good lately. I've also been breaking out really bad, like on my chin. Like this freaking evil little thing right there and like around my lip. I don't know what's going on. For foundation, I'm going in with my Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade 118. I used to love this foundation. Like, I would use it nonstop, and then I stopped using it. And now I started using it again, and I love it. And what sucks is I'm almost out. So I'm not sure how I'm liking this eye look. I feel like I couldn't get a good blend with the green and the blue. It's not the palette's fault, it's totally my fault. Sometimes I just can't blend stuff. I've used both of these shades before and they blended beautifully, so I know it's not that, it's me. Like on camera the green looks patchy, but in person it's not patchy at all. Trying to get as much product out of that bottle as I can before I try and like break it open. This foundation is really good. It has really good coverage. It's matte, so you won't get oily as quick. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the Juvias Place Magic Concealer in the shade 23. This has quickly become one of my favorite concealers. It's so good. It's super full coverage. It's moisturizing. It's brightening. It blends out amazing. It's just a really good concealer. If you haven't tried it, you need to. It's so good. So good. It reminds me a lot of the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. We're going to contour with my Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Light. You guys know I like to contour really messy, and then I kind of just soften everything up with a sponge. I just like to get it laid down first. See how easy that blends out, and like see how brightening it is? It's just so good. I like it. So I've kind of been thinking about doing like a video where I show like my makeup collection and like my filming space. But I don't know if that would be something you guys would be interested in, because my makeup collection isn't that big. I know it's bigger than some people's, but like most people here on YouTube, they get makeup sent to them. I don't. So I have to buy everything myself. So my collection isn't like anything crazy. It's not like this huge, outrageous collection. But I don't know. I still kind of want to do a video like that. So, I mean, I don't know. Would you guys care? Would you guys even be interested? I don't know. Let me know. Like this video if you want me to do a makeup collection video. For bronzer, I'm just going to go in with my Morphe bronzer in the shade Icon. I'm still obsessed with this bronzer. I think it's so good. And it's cheap. I feel like I'm just having like a bad skin makeup day. Like usually it's my eyes that come out bad. But today I feel like it's just my skin. I don't know what it is. Ugh. I'm going to use the Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette by Juvias Place. And I'm just going to go in with the shade Lena. These blushes are very, very pigmented, so you just like barely need the tiniest little dip into the pan. They're so pigmented. But I like to go heavy with my blush anyway because it's always like the first thing that comes off. And I don't touch my face when I have makeup on. I don't touch my face, so I don't know why it comes off so easy. I'm going to go in with the Ofra highlighter in Star Island. It's a very, very good highlighter. Like it looks really gold in the pan, but when it's on your face, it doesn't look gold. I like to put it on the top of my cheeks and my mole. My mole gets to have a little highlight moment. Highlight moment. I'll just go. I'll leave. All right, so we're just gonna finish off the eye look, because I really just want to talk about this freaking palette. I'm going to line my outer waterline with this shade here. All right, and then we're going to wipe it off because we don't have many brushes to choose from. And then we are going to take the green and blend that with that purple. And then we're going to dip into Daydream. And we're just going to put that right on the inner corner. Just kind of connecting it to where we ended the inner corner. Just doing like a full circle moment. And then we're just going to take a fluffy brush and we're going to dip into the shade Custard Cream. It's just that skin tone color. And we're just going to blend out these edges. Okay, I'm going to throw on some mascara really quick, and then we will get a close-up of the finished look. Okay, so for lips, I just lined my lips with the Morphe lip liner in Sweet Tea, and then I topped it off with the Colored Rain liquid lipstick in Sugar. And this is the finished look. What do you guys think? My hair is on a whole new level right now, so don't judge me there. But this is the finished look. I know it's not like the best thing that I've done, and it's also not the best thing like ever. But I mostly just wanted to show the products and how they work and just how good these shadows really are. For my final review, I think this palette is amazing. It is so good. Also, it's really pretty. Like, it's just hot pink. How gorgeous is that? So pretty. But for $20, this palette is unbelievable. It is so good. You get so many colors. I mean, like I said earlier, just the color scheme and how you could just blend everything out. Like you could do a smoky look, you can do a neutral look, all pinks, reds, orange, anything, and you can blend it out. You don't need another palette with this. The only thing I would say that you would need another palette for this is like a highlight shade, or if you wanted like a nice shimmer on the lid. But it's so good, you guys. I really, really recommend this palette. You can't beat it for $20 first off. And it's such good quality. It's amazing. I haven't dipped into like the top neutral row. That's just not really me. I'm not like a neutrals type of girl, but I will. But just the colors in general are so stunning. My favorite color in this entire palette is the shade blue right here. We use this on the outer corner. It is just such a pretty purple shade. It's like a periwinkle. It's beautiful. I can't say enough about this. I highly recommend this palette. Like Beauty Bay, good freaking job. This is wonderful. I know they have another palette like this. It has the same shades in it, but some of them are shimmers. And I've heard that that one is not as good as this one. So if you're into mattes and you're into color and you kind of just want to try some, like if you're new to color and you just want to try something and you don't want to spend a fortune on it, get this palette. It is so good. It takes a little bit of time to get here because it is in the UK. This took about a week and a half to get to my house. It's really not that bad. It's so good. It's so worth the wait. It's a beautiful palette. I really can't say anything more about it. It's just one of my top favorite palettes. I'm thinking about doing a video where I talk about like palettes that are worth your money and that are just highly recommended. If you want to see that, leave a like on this video and I will definitely do that. Yeah, that's really it. I like how the look came out. I'm not going to say I hate it. I do like it. I think it's pretty. It's not my favorite look, but I would wear this out. I wouldn't be ashamed to go outside and be like, no, don't look at me, I'm hideous. No, I think it came out beautiful. It really did. It's a really nice, pretty look. It's just not the best I've ever done. But anyways, again, highly recommend that palette. $20, can't beat that. Go out and get it. It's beautybay.com. I will have the link in my description box down below, so just look for it there. And I think that's it. I really have nothing else to say to you guys. I really hope you liked this video, and if you did, then hit that subscribe button down below, and of course, give it a big thumbs up. I have nothing else to say except I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!